Hey everyone, I wanted to do a video that basically goes to say that I'm having a really tough time with life, and there's some issues, and people be like, what, why is that? Why are you weird? Why are you upset like that? Or why is it getting you frustrated? But it does. Um, for the last little bit, I've kind of had an issue with men having to do everything. And it's like, oh, no, 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 you've got to be nice to the woman. You got to be nice to hold the door open for your mom or that woman or that girl that's just right there. Can't you look at her? She's hot. So I'm so against the whole thing, the whole normity, being a normie or conforming, So, and it would be nice if I can be pursued by a woman, and being bisexual, I kind of prefer guys a little bit, but it it wouldn't do any wrong. There would be no issue if for the most part, I just want a woman just for fun, no relationship, no strings attached. So the patriarchy, being, all that stuff, it's got to end at some point. Like, there's not one way to everything. It's like, oh, well, you got to work your ass off and buy her flowers, and just like, no, no, no. So I have an issue with that. I have an issue with holidays. I kind of twist my head at, like, what the hell is a family day? There was never a family day like 10, 15 years ago. It's new, brand new. And it was on the 17th here in Canada. But like, what the fuck is that? So I deal with all that stuff in my head quite a bit. Valentine's Day, just another day for me. It's always just been a day. Christmas Day, just another day, December 25th. The only day I do, and I will say, is Halloween, because it's very liberal, Day of the Dead. And been focusing, I've been waking up and thinking a lot about death. It's going to happen to everybody. And I lost someone I was really close with and found out about it November 28th, a little, and yeah. So that's been hard to grasp, really. So having his mom reach out to me has sort of given me a little bit of clarification and whatever. And yeah, I'm still around for now, but we all have an expiration date and whatever. But that's been bugging me. The whole it's got to be this way or whatever. The whole thing with men is they're not good enough unless they build stuff or do other things for all these women, and then they will be rewarded. And I hate that mentality. I really do hate that mentality. And women are just independent as men. And I don't really engage or initiate unless they do. That's to be honest. And I don't know why it bothers me, but I don't actively pursue anyone, really many anymore, because I just don't care. I tried to do live streams on CensorTube or Twitch or whatever, and nothing really happens for hours and hours and hours. So I'm kind of drained. I deal with a lot of stomach issues now, and well, not now. It's been going on for a while. I feel like it's just rapidly having abdominal cramps and whatever, and feeling like you gotta relieve and shit yourself all the time when you don't. That you feel like your stomach is still full. So, and even when I express myself or whatever, there's something inside me that's saying, no, don't, because I've been through a lot of trauma and yeah, still looking for a place to live because I'm not happy with my environment very much, and I just feel like everything's just so intense, and I think about all these doom and gloom things of, you know, all these kind of things. Uh, but I haven't acted on it. I may hear my stomach gurgle every now and then, but I can't help it. Sometimes I have like belches and stuff, and I've had really bad GERD flare-ups before, where at nighttime I'm like choking of belching of stuff, of gas and stuff I can't control, and yeah, I would wake up a couple years ago and it would start, and I'd wake up with tasting stomach acid in my throat. So no, uh, yeah, that's the thing ongoing that I battle with, and tiredness, existentialism. Definitely get quite existential. Yeah, but that's an issue I have is a lot with the whole female woman thing, and I definitely I definitely have an issue sometimes less or so with the guys, but yeah, yeah. I mean, both are pretty bad. I've had a bad on both sides. So in my life, when it comes to male or female role models, so yeah, yeah. But for the most part, I like to keep things kind of separate. Most of the time, I do music stuff, and I've done that a fair bit. I'm trying to write a song, but I can't really do that by myself. Don't really want to do that by myself. If I had a band, I'd have a song tomorrow. But some parts of me feels like I'm gonna black out due to anxiety or not getting the right amount of nutrition or whatever, and yet I'm worried about it, you know, dying one day. But I'm so ever since I was a little toddler, a little kid, I'd be screwing on the bed, thinking I'm like, am I gonna die? Whatever. We will eventually, but then I don't know. I have to talk to my mom's friends about it when I was a little kid and be like, am I gonna die? Oh, so. But I find if I get told like knowledge of the news that someone went or whatever, I'm not myself for a while. And this thing with Tanner, I was really, I had a thing with him. Like I would have wanted to marry him, like if he wanted. And I remember asking him like over Snapchat. I'm just like, I'm gonna guess that's a no because you haven't responded. And then he was off into his, little world or whatever. So, and you know, I pieced together this. I finally got to do an Enya song, and like she does so many stuff with her voices, like layer her voice like 500 times, maybe not that many times, but I did one thing just sitting down on the love seat, and then just did a delay and reverb kind of thing to make it sound like there's many voices, and that was a really hard thing to do. That song thing, I think it's like a couple of months or whatever on it. I'm thinking, well, how am I gonna do it? Because my phone, my Samsung, I think it's the A35 that I have. Uh, I can't sing into the phone itself because this doesn't sound as good. Um, so I did that with my other phone, my Pixel phone, my 4A or 6A, sorry. And yeah, it was a part. I took it from news videos from Saskatoon because I wanted the Saskatoon Broadway Bridge because Tanner on August the 12th jumped off that bridge, and for some reason, he he went through so many different, like, the drugs made him have so many different psychosis, and he was on medication, and I tried medication before, and I don't really want to do it. Don't need to do it if I don't have to. But things, I don't enjoy things as much anymore. I have CBD oil now. I got Frank CBD oil, and I think I should have got the other one that had CBG in it. That would be a kind of a little bit more uplifting. And I do have the one with CBG oil. It's Day Day, but like I barely take like 0.1 like milligram of it. It equals to like 10 or something, and it's CBD oil, but it is, whatever. So I don't know. I think it's more beneficial to me than just taking THC. THC oil just makes me go berserk, go crazy. And that's what I'm dealing with. So I put that video together for him and whatever, and there's probably going to be a lot of those going forward. I don't know. I feel like that Rihanna, the Umbrella song's got over 300 people looking at it. Not saying anything, not saying anything, don't say anything until it's too late. But I feel like that was like once cover that I did that wasn't you know for Tanner or about him really, but yeah, even the Gone Away song that I did, and I'd love to write and stuff, but everything, I just feel like everything's just so intense inside me, and things have to be a certain way for people, like on CensorTube, on all those other things. So yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not sure if I have I don't think I have a migraine or anything, but I question things so much, like, is this reality? And there's this like subtle, like, numbness or pressure in behind the eyes, or almost like a slight headache. And I don't know what it, not really like a headache, but like nudges or like neurons that are working or not working. It's been a lot of time by myself. I'm lonely as fuck. It's like exactly 5 months until I turned 30. Can't believe that. Tanner only made a little bit past his 28th birthday and then decided to go. Um, but he's like the most, I think, closest. And my great uncle, you know, killed himself almost 3 years ago as well. So, and my friend Tina took her life at 14. So Yeah, I've definitely known. And this world is just so fucked up, so crazy. Every time I turn on my phone, it's like shit. I'm visualizing like tanks coming into Canada for no reason, just because of Trump, and just he signed an executive order so he could have a third term illegally. And oh my God, this everything's just, it's not fun anymore. Nothing's really fun. But it would be fun if someone actually had an interest in me. uh, but doesn't seem to be the case, really. Just feel kind of weird and numb. But I don't scream about it. But I'm definitely kind of fed up and whatever have you. Feel kind of, I guess you could say, slightly dizzy with the things that I'm feeling, and no one really includes me very much, and they make me feel like I'm a monster, like, oh, I've done all this wrong thing, but I've not. And I'm not going to be no exercise and fitness health nut on Instascam. um, so but what surprised me today or yesterday, I got approved of this Only Scams account kind of thing. I'm just like, what? So only scams let you do this. So I like to keep things separate. I really do, like the whole sexual like lifestyle or just preferences or whatever. And I do. I'm not gonna like, you know, wear all the gear on here or whatever. I like to keep things separate, and everything should my music life or my life on here. I basically live on CensorTube. I tried Only Scams years ago, and no one really subscribed to me, and it was just, crap. And the whole thing with Only Scams is, you go to someone, you ask them a question, they're like, no, I'm not into that. I don't do that for you. And then you just go away, they block you, and then you're on to the next fucking thing. You're on the next thing. You're just on to the next person. And you can only see like photos and videos of the visuals of the person you subscribe to, and it's like, they're not with you, they don't care. And they think that BDSM is about money. Like, I've never heard that before. Who told you sex ed class and S&M and all this stuff? So, yeah. And when I was homeless for like 2.5 years, and then I got to be in a place since last June, I've sort of just been less and less like, because I've asked so much to be in a certain kind of relationship with a certain type of people, and I have a certain kind of, people I'm into, and no one seems to be interested. So I'm slowly just like, okay, I have no interest in this kind of life. So it really sucks to be heard and seen and known for the right reasons. But I don't know. I don't make an income on here, and I only have so much that I get a month, and it's not enough. And I'm almost becoming a twig, which I've lost 20 pounds. Being as tall as I am and 130 pounds, I think I'm about 5'11". Maybe I'm shorter than that, but as far as I know, I'm slightly under 6 feet, so 5'11". I remember being like 150, 155 at one point. No, not anymore. Not anymore. It's worrisome, but there could be other people that are skinnier than me, like anorexic, or people that are in Africa, which is really sad about how it still continues on. And there's certain parts in the world where they barely get to eat and whatever. And I don't like to eat food. Sometimes I get on a liquid diet of Premier, or not Boost, but because Boost is like crap. It doesn't really, but Premier or some sort of protein powder in that. So I have my over easy eggs on toast. I really like that. Over easy eggs, make over easy eggs, and then toast the bread in the toaster oven, and butter it, and salt and pepper. That's okay. But I'm not doing too well for the most part. It's like for me, everything all at once, but there's a lot on my mind, and there's a lot that's stressing me out. But I'm so surprised that only scams only scams let me get approved. Might have done the thing and the same thing. So yeah, but again, I keep things separate. Like that is going to be separate from my sensor tube, and I'm not going to write a song about it, or do some sort of depressing video like Little Huddy, and lick someone's shoes or whatever, and off like a 21st century vampire. I'm like, no, no. But yeah, my confidence is sort of getting out the window because of how long, or what I had to go through about 2.5 years, and just asking people for even longer than that, like a decade at least or more, of like, hey, can I be your slave? Hey, can I be your slave? Or can I do this thing with you? And be like, no, 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 no. Even Tanner knew the stuff I was, into, whatever. But yeah, we never got to meet, and yeah, I just have to deal with that. I guess. So I am gonna try and do write a song about him. I don't know. There's many. Not many. There's probably about like. Oh God, there's like. There's more things that I come up like with instrumentals and stuff. There's few titles I have, but like if I were to do a song about him, I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, I would like to, but I deal with a lot of writer's block, and I'm older now. The last song I kind of wrote was A Place I Call Home, for the most part, technically, officially. So yeah, but I kind of had help with my friend Grant on that song. And then a year later, I was trying to write stuff while being on a binge, and on a buzz with ciders or whatever. There's probably 3 of them, and one of them kind of sounded okay, but was no. I was trying to write songs on the spot while I was slightly drunk. I don't think my stomach can really handle any alcohol. Alcohol is just so bad for you. It's a poison. It's a carcinogen. It's just, I think even taking a sip of a cider even doesn't even do anything good for me. It's like, ooh, not good, not good. And I wonder about that. I have to see someone about my whole stomach issues. I just don't know why they don't just get me to have a colonoscopy and then find out the fucking problem and then have things resolved, because someone told me that that's what they had happen, and yeah, then get things resolved, and it worked for them. Getting a colonoscopy or seeing, because there's only so much you could, like, you go there and like, oh, take this pill, take this pill. No, you think I want to take this pill or whatever? Or yeah, you know, for antidepressants or anti-anxiety. No, 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 no. We're supposed to feel how we're supposed to be felt, but if you're going through like physical things, I don't think it's just brought on by anxiety or depression really, but I know my so-called family has history of like really bad IBS, and it's no joke. So I have to deal with that. I think like most of my life is shit in, basically. And it's yeah. I'm running out of steam here. But I wish things can be different. I really do. It doesn't have to be a certain way. Like, people can pursue me if they want to pursue me. It goes for the man and the woman, especially the woman. You know, they do all the things guys can do. So it just would be nice, like, you bring me flowers, you do all this sort of thing. But then people are like, why do you think like that? I think like that because I'm just tired of, I sway away from tradition. I'm not a traditionalist. I don't want to conform. And, you know, I try to get jobs and other stuff, but it just doesn't work, right? Doesn't work. So I do what I can and become anonymous. It's really hard because I've been disassociating for years, and I just hope that I can feel okay. But I'm just so numb, and I've been through a lot. I mean, that's basically what I can say. But I don't know why I have so many issues with holidays and stuff, but when this world really does suck. And, you know, you get a kind of a look of expression in a girl in a hot tub in a pool, and she's almost like an expression like, what are you going to do for me? How are you going to pay? And, it's, you know, she didn't say that, but it just kind of looks like that, like, you know, so I'm just sick of it. I'm really sick of it. I'm definitely not going to bring anybody else into this world and go through the same problems like me. Begin to wonder what kind of day it is, because it's all the same. And I'm trying to be here. I don't always really want to always be here. I have no plan with anything, but it's definitely really hard to be noticed for the right reasons when you've been doing this as long as I've had. Like, oh my God, you've been on CensorTube for quite a while. Yeah, since 2008. I think my first video was close to Halloween on 2009. I don't think I did a video in 2008. It was in 2009, but I had this thing since 2008. So identity and confidence with me is really, really tough. And just opening my mouth and talking about my life and my experience and what I'm going through on this day, because I have no one to really talk to about it. I mean, no one. I mean, you know, people look and forget and ignore, and they see it. I seen it, and then nothing after. But if, if I don't say this, I'm never ever gonna. It's been bottled up in me. It's been bottled up in me about the whole thing about why it has to be a certain way with guys having to do all the work. And I am so done with. I'm so sick of that. No. So you can ask her out? No, no. There should be a time where they should do the asking. And yeah, it would be really good for all that kind of stuff. So, and again, if I was in a group, a band, it'd be so much better. Everything would be so much better. Someone said that I should do Mayday by 3 Days Grace, and I've tried to do that. And I listened to the song, but it's, I don't like the song. I don't like the song as much as I've liked the other, like So-Called Life or Animal Have Become. The Good Life was the first song I heard from them. But I find if I was in a band or featured on a song like that, did like a two-way cover, because that's what it is. Yeah, I don't. There's other songs I'd like to do that are pretty poignant and sad and whatever. And no hate to 3 Days Grace. They've been my favorite band for almost 15 years. But I don't know. I don't know why things just upset me so much, but they do. They do. And it takes forever to be heard and seen. And people only have the attention span for 30 seconds to 1 minute. That's the duration. But if they listen to you for over half an hour, good luck. But yeah, I think bath time's coming for me. I need to just relax. Evening walks I like, but I don't even really do that really unless I'm walking back from where I am. But I've said all I needed to say for right now, and this is what's been in my head. This is what's been happening. Maybe I haven't said all, but hopefully there's someone out there that kind of understand a little bit about it. And I just feel like whatever I do really doesn't really matter too much, because there's very minimum people, and then there's just people on only scams or Twitter, stupid X thing or TikTok or whatever, and making a fool of themselves and that are not caring. They're Karen. They are Karen. Hey, Karen. No. Yeah. Everything's intense, not making sense. I think really strongly about it because years ago I used to have so much more energy, and now it's like, fuck. But I've been through a lot, and it's ongoing just dread and unhappiness where I am, where I reside, and just wonder if hopefully I don't black out from it. Okay, I'm gonna end this now and try and relax. And yeah, the PTSD and whatnot is just overbearing, and hopefully hopefully you, well, at least one of you watched the whole damn thing and understood. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I want to kind of do more of these in the future. So, bye.